Do you mind? Do you want to back up a little bit? You've interrupted me editing my brand new Torchwood video, which is coming out Saturday, the 1st of March. So, seeing as you're here, right, I might as well just excite you with what's to come on this channel throughout this year. Bingo, look at this list. Holy moly. We've got all of the series of Torchwood to do. We've got all of the series of Sarah Jane Adventures, and of course, Doctor Who Season 2, because it could possibly be the last season of Doctor Who. My channel's gonna die. That's not the reason I'm making this video today though, guys. I sometimes sit here and take a look at my channel and, you know, sometimes I reflect back. I like to look back at the first project I ever did, ranking and reviewing every episode from the Russell T Davies era. That video was stuck at 25 views for the first 2 days, and I genuinely thought, oh my god, I have spent the last 5 months making this video and it's flopped. It then kind of blew up. Literally, my first ever project was where I peaked. Nice one. However, if you look back at that video, I hadn't quite found my formula yet. If you see it, you can kind of see I'm just trying to find my feet a little bit. In the first series of Doctor Who that I review, I go into very little detail. As the video goes on, you can see me getting into more and more detail, making more cracking hilarious jokes. But as the overall project got to the Stephen Moffat era, you can see that I get increasingly more stressed and frustrated. Also, having to watch the Chibnall era really didn't help that either, to be honest. I was criticised for my review on the Stephen Moffat era, and rightly so. The problem with that video is I had put a time schedule on myself to get these videos up. So what that meant is I was watching upwards of 5 to 6 episodes of Doctor Who every single night, whilst writing the script and editing the other episodes all at the same time. It looked like this. So basically this resulted in me not elaborating enough at times, and sometimes I also contradicted myself, and sometimes being just a tad bit harsh on that era, just a little bit. I didn't quite get across my love for the Stephen Moffat era, and that frustrates me just a tad. I think it's quite evident that my bias towards the Russell T Davies era really shows in that video as well. Unfortunately, that era does have such a hold over me. I'm not gonna lie, I made this channel to gush about the Russell T Davies era. That was kind of what I wanted to do. Also, when I made my Russell T Davies era review video, that was around the time that the 60th anniversary specials hadn't been released yet, so it was full of excitement. And let's be honest, now that Russell T Davies 2 is well underway, I think it's safe to say it hasn't quite lived up to expectations. And listen, I will always defend this show from people who just get angry at it for the complete wrong reasons. Those wrong reasons being that anyone who isn't white or straight being on the show is a problem. If that's your stance, you're an idiot. However, I can't defend the show having poor writing at times and even pushing that preachy boundary just a tad. I think Russell really didn't get off to the best of starts with his era. I mean, from that Children in Need special to the last 10 minutes of The Star Beast, it wasn't great. And also starting season 1 with an episode like Space Babies, it hasn't helped this show at all. But I'm going to be doing a whole video on that separately. My main point is now that the excitement has calmed down, now that I'm not on such a time constraint, I'm going to be making the entire 5.5 hour video again, from scratch, all the way from series 1 to the Power of the Doctor, all over again. Yay! It will be my biggest project ever. Listen, it's gonna take me well over a year, if not pushing 2 years to make overall. This will not take away from any content I already have planned, because that's my priority. But in my spare time, I will get to work on this project, and I want it to be one of the best videos I've ever made. And it could possibly be my last video on Doctor Who, depending on what happens with it. And I've done the calculations. Let's say, for instance, I spend 3 minutes talking about every episode. That would result in the video itself being 13 hours long. 13 hours. The video is going to be longer than 13 hours. That's actually a guarantee at this point. I'm going to go into depth on every single episode. Granted, I do a lot of like plot breakdown because a lot of my reviews are more just joking at the show more than it is like proper critical review. We have so many YouTubers in this community that do that. I don't need to be going, the direction from Graham Harper analyzes and extracts the emotion from Dave Tech. Don't need to do all that. You have dedicated channels in this community to do that. As well as that, you have some very overly positive YouTube channels like Doctor Who Fan 91. He's a contagious guy. I love watching him because he's so positive. I don't always agree with everything he says, just like he probably doesn't agree with things I say, but I respect his love for the show and his dedication to the classic era. Nuts. I digress. I'm waffling. So yes, I'm working on the entire project all over again. It caused me so much stress the first time that I want to completely eradicate that and make a banging video. But this is where my memberships do come in to help, because as well as that, you guys are now allowing me to take days off of work so that I can spend time working on the channel. Taking time off work does have an effect on income. So the memberships that you guys are helping with actually fund me taking that time off work to work on the channel. And hopefully going forward, if more of you are willing to join, I can do more of that. Meaning I can spend more time on making heckin' epic videos. You guys have absolutely smashed it so far. The channel is doing well, and I can't thank you guys enough for supporting me. Your lovely comments mean the world, and the whole point of this channel is to share my love for Doctor Who, and I feel like that 5.5-hour video didn't do it justice. I think I got way too critical towards the middle, so I want to just completely go over it again and actually share what I love about the show. That's what you guys want. I can't say I'll do that for the Chibnall era. That will just never change. I'm sorry. I try and find the good in the Chibs, but I can't. I really can't. I'm sorry. These are very uncertain times for Doctor Who. We've still got season 2 to come. God knows what's going to happen after that. But this 13 to 15 hour video I'm going to make could be my swan song to Doctor Who. So I want to make it a proper special video. It's a long way off, but don't worry guys, we've got plenty of content to come soon. Hooray! Anyways, I'll see you Saturday for the new Torchwood video, or if you're a member, I'll see you on Friday. Yeah, you guys get it a whole day earlier because you're so special. Anyway, I'm going to get back to work now. Much love. See you later. Bye.